Let's work through these sample landscape project problems. Go step by step, show you how it's done. Answer the following questions to determine the maximum applied water allowance and irrigation water requirements for the sample landscape project. You have a customer that has hired you to design and install a new climate-appropriate landscape in the South Park neighborhood of San Diego. This is an existing home with a traditional suburban-style landscape. Your landscape area will cover the entire property with the exception of the house. The property is 48 feet wide and 150 feet deep. The house is 1,625 feet square in area. You have decided to design 3 separate hydrozones: medium or moderate, low, and very low water use plants. You will utilize a balanced mix of drip irrigation and MP rotator nozzles on pop-up sprinkler bodies. The average annual precipitation in this neighborhood is 8 inches per year. Number 1. What reference evapotranspiration zone does this project fall under? You look at your sheet that tells you the different zones. We are in South Park, San Diego, which is very close to Balboa Park, which makes number 4 your reference evapotranspiration zone for Balboa Park. What is the reference ETO in inches for the following months? We take a look at the chart for zone number 4. For January, it is 1.86. For April, it is 4.50. For July, it is 5.89. For October, it is 3.41. What is the reference evapotranspiration for the total of all months? Number 4, our total is 46.6. For number 4, you need to look up WUCALS, the water use classification of landscape species, and pick for yourself 3 types of plant for each category: 1 moderate, 1 low, and 1 very low. 1 tree, 3 different shrubs, and 1 ground cover, vine or perennial. According to Quell, what are the average plant factors for each of the 3 hydrozones expressed as a percentage of ETO? Moderate to medium is 40 to 60%. Low is 10 to 30%. Very low is less than 10%. but I ask for the average. So the average of 40 to 60, 50%. The average of 10 and 30, 20%. The average of 0 and 10, 5%. What is the average plant factor for all hydrozones? Convert the percent to a decimal. In the previous question, we had 50%, 20%, and 5%. We need to average these. So we will add them all together and divide by the number. This will equal 75% divided by 3, which equals 25%. Convert the percent to a decimal, 0.25. What is the total landscape area? The property is 48 feet by 150 feet. That equals 7,200 square feet. But we need to subtract the 1,625 square feet of the house. Giving us 5,575 square feet. Under the Model Water Efficient Landscape Ordinance, this project classifies as a rehabilitation. The current threshold for rehabilitation projects is 2,500 square feet. Must your project adhere to MWELO guidelines, yes or no? We are 5,000, and that is more than 2,000. So yes, this project must meet MWELO guidelines. The formula for the maximum applied water allowance is the following. The annual gallons allowed is your ETO times your conversion factor times the landscape area times the evapotranspiration adjustment factor. For residential, the adjustment factor is 0.55 or 55%. For non-residential, it is 0.45 or 45%. What are the total annual gallons allowed for this project? So our ETO, 46.6 for the year, times the conversion factor, times our landscape area, times our evapotranspiration adjustment factor for residential of 55%. 88,590 gallons per year. Using the table below, what is the average irrigation efficiency of our project? We are using an even mix of drip and rotators at 0.9 plus 0.7 average divided by 2 . Our average irrigation efficiency will be 0.8 or 80% efficient. The Quell formula for how much irrigation water to apply in gallons is the following. Irrigation water is your ETO times the plant factor minus the effective precipitation multiplied by the landscape area divided by the irrigation efficiency and then multiplied by the conversion factor. What is the irrigation water requirement for this landscape? We'll go down to this open space to show our work. And for the sake of abbreviation, I'll just call this the estimated total water use, although officially that formula is slightly different. If we fill in our variables, our ETO is 46.6. Our plant factor averages to 0.25. Our effective irrigation is 8 inches. Our landscape area is 5,575 feet. Our average irrigation efficiency is 0.8 and our conversion factor of 0.62. Following our order of operations, we multiply our ETO times our plant factor and then we fill the rest in. Continuing to follow our parentheses, we get 3.65 times 5575 divided by 0.8 times 0.62. And that gives us 15,770 gallons. You can put the 0.28 for good measure. So what is the irrigation water requirement for this landscape? 15,770.28 gallons. Does the irrigation water requirement fit within the maximum applied water allowance? Yes or no? Why or why not? The answer is yes, because the estimated total water use is less than the maximum applied water allowance. 15,770.28 is less than 88,590. There you go.